Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whichever part of the world you're in, welcome to the International Conference from Tonduktang University, Innovations in the Social Sciences and Humanities. I'm Professor Hutnick. We have a really great lineup of speakers. There are 75 papers in different themes, different panels, different sessions, and it's all set out there in the Zoom and the program. You can follow along. Hope you'll engage. I hope there's lots of questions and lots of discussion, and yeah, welcome. I'll see you in the sessions.
We are honored to welcome you to the second International Conference on Innovations in the Social Sciences and Humanities 2021, organized by Tung Thanh University, collaborated with the Universities of South Pacific, University of Jabba, University of Melbourne, Pratt Institute, New York, USA, Purdue University, USA, Moscow Economic University, Russia, and Tricontinental Institute for Social Research. The conference is an activity to exchange and share research results and technology applications in the field of social sciences and humanities. ISSH 2021 is a forum for exchange and cooperation between researchers, practitioners, policymakers, or social community organizations working in research institutes and centers, non-governmental organizations, or social community organizations in Vietnam and around the world. The seminar focused on the field of social sciences and humanities such as sociology, social work, tourism, and anthropology of communications. Guests and participants come from the universities listed above in the world and in Asia, such as La Trobe University, Australia, South Pacific University, Fiji, Jadavpur University, India, University of Melbourne, Australia, Pratt Institute, New York, USA, Purdue University of USA, Moscow University of Economics, Russia, Chiao Tung University, Taiwan, RMIT University, Australia, Baptist University, Hong Kong, University of Economics, Izmir, Turkey, University of Duisburg, Essen, Germany, and CMEC Technical Institute, Bangladesh. And today, we are honored to welcome distinguished guests, professors, and scientists from all around the world. To represent the conference committee, we would like to introduce Associate Professor John Hutnick, Tung Thanh University, Vietnam Conference Program Chairman. Professor Nguyễn Hữu Minh, Vietnam Sociological Association, Vietnam, co-chairman of the conference. Professor Abhijit Joy, Janapur University, India, the co-chairman of the conference. Professor Scott McHire, the University of Melbourne, Australia, the co-chairman of the conference. Master of Science Phạm Thị Hà Thương, the acting dean of Humanities and Social Sciences, Tung Thanh University, the member of the conference organizing committee. And Dr. Lê Thị Mai, the Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities, Tung Thanh University, the member of the Scientific Council. As for the guest, we would like to introduce Mr. Hoàng Tuấn Lan, the General Director of the Orchid Hotel. Master of Science Trần Đông Duy, the Director of Saigon Waterway Transport and Travel Company Limited. And on the side of TDTU, we would like to introduce Dr. Trần Trần Đạo, the Acting President of Tung Thanh University, also the Honorary Resident of ISSH Conference 2021. And the presence of all of the other heads of TTU departments. And it's also our great honor to welcome all distinguished guests who are the representatives of universities in Vietnam, The experts teach researchers and lecturers from different countries. The experts, researchers, and lecturers, students of Tôn Đức Thắng University, the representatives of partner businesses of TT University, and members of mass media who help us to broadcast the conference to the public. Thank you for your presence, which definitely brings the honor to the conference. First off, today, we would like to invite Dr. Trần Trọng Đạo, the acting president of Tôn Đức Thắng University, to deliver the opening remarks. Please, sir.
Good morning. Dear distinguished guests, speaker, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. On behalf of the Tôn Đức Thắng University and the organizing committees, I am honored and pleased to welcome you on to the second international conference on innovation in the social science and humanities 2021 today. I am very happy to see that our conference has attracted such a large and diverse group of speakers and participants, combining intellectual brilliance with practical experience. This conference aims at offering a forum for scientists and researchers around the world to share their research findings and experience in the various fields of social science and humanities, such as tourism, sociology, anthropology, media anthropology, and social work. Tôn Đức Thắng University annual growth of the international conference is an indication of the quality of international academic cooperation and its effective impact. The ISSH 2021 conference has received a total number of the 166 submissions from all over the world, in which 75 were accepted for publication in the proceeding. All papers are reviewed and edited by the conference editorial board, which consists of international scientific committees, including international and Vietnamese experts in the field of social science and humanities. On behalf of Tôn Đức Thắng University, the host institution of the ISSH 2021, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to our risk partners, including colleagues of humanities, education, and social science at Purdue University, Northwest, USA, University of Melbourne, Australia, University of South Pacific, Jadavpur University, India, Higher School of Economics, University, Russia, the Pratt Institute from USA, the Continental Institute for Social Research for their great efforts in co-organizing this conference. I would also like to send my special thanks to Associate Professor John Humanities, conference chair, and all the editor and reviewer of the conference proceeding. I also would like to thank the conference organizing committees for their diligent work and all participants, especially those of you coming from abroad, and for joining us and sharing your valuable experience and idea. I hope the conference will prove to be a meaningful and productive experience to all of us. Finally, on behalf of the organizing committees and the Tôn Đức Thắng University, I hereby proudly declare the opening of the second International Conference on Innovation in Social Science and Humanities 2021 today. Thank you and enjoy the conference.
Thank you very much, Dr. Trần Trọng Đạo, for your opening remark. And now we would like to invite Associate Professor John Hutnick, Tôn Đức Thắng University, Vietnam, the conference chairman, to give the welcome speech to the conference. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Associate Professor John Hutnick.
Apologies, I'm now speaking from the Dean's computer. I just, a little glitch with my internet connection already. I want to welcome you all to the conference. Of course, It's the second time we're doing this conference. This is the second international conference on innovations in the social sciences and humanities. And I'm really happy to be able to welcome so many people to this event at a time when, you know, the humanities and social sciences are really, you know, up against well, we're always up against a kind of global crisis, of course, but we have an important and deep thinking to do right now about the humanities and social sciences. I mean, it's critically important for our societies and for our world to work through the responsibility and the commitment that we have to our communities and our societies, citizens, leaders, staff of the university, students of the university, members of the community. You know, we have to provide a kind of social critique to keep, well, to complement and complete the political and economic projects that are going on in our societies, right? We're in a situation that, you know, maybe the world situation is one where people are thinking in terms of crisis, thinking in terms of themselves, and I don't know, we've got to resist succumbing to fear of the current pandemic and the economic and the environmental crisis. And maybe we're worried about our own safety and we're kind of focused on ourselves rather than others. And I think it's and we're not focused on, sometimes we forget we're on the same planet. And we, you know, our imagination maybe dissociates ourselves from others in crisis. We can't allow the storyteller in us to grow mute, as Walter Benjamin had once said, maybe 100 years ago now. We can't allow the social sciences and critique from the humanities to become silent or even forbidden in the face of the screams and pains that we see if we look around the world. Look at the news every night, the 24/7 news. You know? In this crisis, we're also distracted, and we have a kind of a distraction economy, celebrities, attention, diversions, so many images that intrude merely to shock, all the better to be absorbed and ignored. You know, the violence is there, but we become desensitized to it unless we have critical thinking that comes from the social sciences and humanities. It is this that we want to address with many of the papers in this conference. Innovations in terms of practice and content, it's only the beginning. And it's beginning to be widely valued in universities, of course. So people are talking about critical thinking a lot, but really the creativity and ideas that will combat the threat that comes from elsewhere and from in ourselves is really what we're about and what we need to discuss here. We get away from, you know, ranking competition, beauty contests, metrics and broad targets and all pre-canned teaching to really think about innovation and adaptation in teaching and in research. And, you know, the value of that for ourselves, for our students and for our communities is unquestioned, obvious to me anyway. It's this thinking that inspires me when I look at the 75 papers that we have at this conference from people from all over the world. It's such a range of papers and such a range of discussion is going to happen in the next 2 days, a bit intense, I think, to try and contain so much in 2 days. But there are 4 streams, though only 3 panels at any one time, so you have choices. The streams are innovations in tourism studies, because that's a strength of our faculty, but also we've drawn on people from all over the world to speak on exploiting tourism resources, questioning human resources in tourism, new forms of tourism and trends in the management of tourism and tourism in relation to the pandemic, especially, and to environmental issues. We have another stream on innovations in media anthropology. This is really important for us as we think about setting up new degrees to address the importance of our media image saturated world. We're looking at media ethnography, communication anthropology, digital infrastructures, news media, and commentary. We have a session on, or a stream on sociology, anthropology, innovations in sociology and anthropology, which is a wider sociological, anthropological framing for social structures, development, pandemic, food and diasporas, families, social reproduction, labor relations and enterprise, urban migration, climate and resettlement. Really great papers and great speakers involved in each of these streams. Innovations in social work is the fourth stream, the role of social work, the profession in the context of COVID-19, especially some really good papers on that. Training and practicing of social work, impressive stuff there. And the social needs for the social work profession, sex and health in schools, things like that. So these are the streams of the conference. I want to make a real point of thanking all the organizers of this conference. The faculty that I'm in, I've been here 5 years now, and it's really become a home. And the astonishing effort put in by everyone in the faculty to make this conference happen. And even to deal with the media crisis, like having to move my machine to that of the dean, it's just really a great environment to be putting on something like this. And I hope the sense of commitment, enthusiasm that I feel as chair of this conference from all of the people helping organize it and all of the people participating will come through in the sessions in the next 2 days. So I really welcome you to the conference. Again, wherever you are in the world, Chào buổi sáng, chào buổi trưa, chào buổi tối. Welcome to the conference, and I'll see you in the sessions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Associate Professor John Hutnick. And now, to keep the memory, I'd like to invite the leaders, distinguished guests, professors, and scientists to take photos together. So, are you ready? So everyone is in the mask, so maybe you cannot say cheer, right? So you're smiling eyes. Okay, we have 3 screens. Now I'm going to give the direction in each screen. So screen 1, the first photo, please everyone say cheese. One more photo. Okay, please have another photo for screen 2. Everyone say cheese. Oh, we have 6 screens. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. And our opening ceremony has come to an end. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to the delegates, distinguished guests, the lecturers of Tôn Đức Thắng University who attended the opening ceremony of the conference, and all the delegates and the distinguished guests from all around the world.